All right, today we're jumping into a travel diary that details a pretty wild, fast-paced family road trip. We're talking 7 days, 2 countries, Denmark and Sweden, and a whole lot of driving. So let's break down this Scandinavian adventure. Okay, part 1, Denmark. The trip begins in the capital city, Copenhagen. I mean, just look at this pace. It's incredible. They land at 3, and by 4:30, they're already wandering through the famous Tivoli Gardens. And I love this little detail from the diary. They grabbed a late lunch of what they called wonderful fried chicken. After that, a walk over to the beautiful, colorful Nyhavn harbor. What a way to start a trip. So day 2 is all about embracing the road trip part of the vacation. The idea was simple. Just follow the Danish coast and see what they could find. Little towns, parks, you name it. This is where the real exploring begins. And they fit so much into this one day.
Kuzey. Neredesiniz? Copenhagen, Zealand adasının kuzeybatısındayız. Tam orada bir güzel bir kamp yeri bulduk. Bakın kamp yerini göstereyim size. Burası. Bir de şimdi denizi göstereyim. Muhteşem bir özgürlük. Uzakta denize giriyorlar. Bilmiyorum görebiliyor musunuz? Denize bakın.
They drove up the coast to Helsingør for some ice cream, then shot down south to the massive deer park for lunch. Not done yet. Then they headed west to a seaside town called Havn for a walk and some coffee, and even made another quick stop before finally heading back to the city. Day 3 has this amazing, kind of weird contrast. It starts out totally classic, right? A 75-minute boat tour through Copenhagen's canals. But then, they hop in the car and drive south to an African safari park. In Denmark, they spent more than 3 hours driving through Knuthenberg Safari, seeing giraffes, rhinos, even tigers. I mean, from city canals to a safari in a single day? How cool is that? All right, after 3 jam-packed days in Denmark, it's time for a major change of scenery. The family heads out, crosses a pretty famous bridge, and kicks off the second half of their adventure, the Swedish expedition. Then it's over the incredible bridge to Malmö. (36°C). So as you can imagine, whatever plans they had kind of went out the window. The new mission was simple: find water and cool off. And this day really shows you how you have to be ready to adapt on a road trip. Day 5 is just the perfect example of how the best travel moments are the ones you don't plan for. The family decided to explore Sweden's beautiful Lake District, and a split-second decision to change their plans led to some really amazing discoveries. So the original plan was to go to a museum in Gothenburg, but they weren't feeling it, so they skipped it. Instead, they just started exploring the lakes, and that's when they stumbled upon something incredible, a classic car festival with about 250 vintage cars just parked in this beautiful spot. You just can't plan moments like that. They go to this tiny fishing village to watch the sunset and find an ice cream shop with 40 different flavors. The only problem, they didn't have any Swedish money on them. But in this amazing little moment of kindness, the owner just gave them the ice cream for free. For their last full day of the trip, the family just completely dives into the Swedish outdoors. We're talking a super active day on the water, all finished off with a spectacular sunset at a historic castle. Their last day was all action. They started in a nature reserve and rented a kayak. After that, of course, they went for a swim in another lake before grabbing a super late lunch. They timed it just right, though, making it back to Varberg for the grand finale, watching the sun go down next to this incredible castle fortress.
Kuzey. Bakın şu taraf göl. Böyle geliyorsunuz şu evin bahçesinden çayı kiraladık. Görüyorsunuz şu taraf yine göl. Ve buralar koştur koşturabildiğine kadar.
Day 7 is pretty straightforward. It's a travel day. The family piles back in the car, drives through Sweden, crosses the bridge back into Denmark, and heads to the airport in Copenhagen to fly home, loaded up with a week's worth of memories. You know, looking back, what an adventure. It kicked off with the magic of Tivoli Gardens, then had that completely unexpected safari in Denmark. They crossed that amazing bridge into Sweden, stumbled upon a classic car show, spent a day kayaking on a lake, and then capped it all off with that sunset at Varberg Castle. It just goes to show you what's possible in a single week. This entire trip is proof that, yeah, the big landmarks are great, but it's really the unexpected stuff. The free ice cream, the surprise car show, the spontaneous swim to beat the heat that you end up remembering the most. It just makes you think, doesn't it? What are the unplanned moments from your own travels that you'll never forget?